try to mate her. She wants 50 biscuits.
Johnny Carson hosted the greatest comedy stage in television history, and no one overtook that stage more completely than Rodney Dangerfield.
I drink, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
The next day, I usually wake up in some strange place with a kid with an accent playing with my feet.
These are 20 of the most savage one-liners ever delivered on The Tonight Show. Number 20, the weight loss doctor.
And my doctor, he don't help either. He told me to run 5 miles a day for 2 weeks. I called him up. I said, Doc, I'm 70 miles from my house. What a doctor.
The episode of August 30th, 1977 kicks things off with his doctor's weight loss advice: run 5 miles a day. Rodney did exactly that, called the doctor from 70 miles away to check in, and delivered the whole thing completely straight-faced, like a man genuinely proud of himself.
Still heavy, I can't lose any weight. Last week I went nuts, I tried the rice diet. Between meals, kept folding my shirts. I don't know.
By the way, if you are still watching and haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe for more videos just like this. Number 19, the brown necktie.
And I saw my dentist too, another beauty. I said to him, Doc, look at my teeth, they're all getting yellow. He told me to wear a brown necktie.
Rodney Dangerfield tells his dentist his teeth are turning yellow, and the dentist's solution is to wear a brown necktie, which is the kind of punchline that made Carson process for half a second and then just collapse. Number 18, the sleeping prescription.
One time I saw him, he gave me sleeping. He told me to take them whenever I wake up.
Rodney's doctor prescribed sleeping pills with instructions to take them whenever he woke up. And Rodney accepts this with a shrug so calm it almost looks like wisdom. That shrug, that total acceptance of complete absurdity, was the move that Carson fell for every single time. Number 17, the dog trainer. This is one of the most famous lines of the entire night. His dog had been learning tricks, and what the dog actually taught was Rodney's wife, specifically how to roll over and play dead, which sent Johnny Carson nearly out of his chair.
And my dog, that's another one. He taught my wife to roll over and play dead.
I would say this was the funniest joke and most savage roast at the same time. Number 16, the Proctologist Photographer. Dangerfield's proctologist used to be a photographer, took x-rays, told Rodney to bend over and say cheese, and the audience was completely gone before the sentence finished.
My proctologist used to be a photographer.
Yeah.
Hey, he took x-rays, told me to bend over and say cheese. Look out.
5 jokes in, Carson was already done for the night. Number 15, the Pacemaker Problem. 5 months later, Rodney's back on The Tonight Show, and the January 31st, 1978 set opens with number 15, one of the fastest landing jokes of the entire run. His father-in-law has a pacemaker, and every time Rodney makes love, the garage door opens.
My wife's father, he moved in with us, has an electronic pacemaker. Every time he sneezes, the garage door opens.
It was so funny that Carson grips the desk with both his hands. Even we couldn't stop laughing at this point. Number 14, the second opinion. The next most savage roast is the second opinion joke, and it's a masterpiece of simplicity. Rodney asks his doctor for a second opinion, and the doctor obliges, "Okay, you're ugly too."
I'll tell you, last week was a rough week for me. I broke up my psychiatrist, too. He told me I'm going crazy. I said to him, if you don't mind, I'd like a second opinion. He said, all right, you're ugly, too. And then he told me to lay on the couch, face down.
The crowd goes wild, but I think what makes Carson's reaction so genuine is that the joke perfectly captures the whole Rodney universe. A man who cannot catch a break from anyone, not even the person he's paying for medical advice. Number 13, the bedroom lights. In this one, Rodney flips the expected punchline entirely. His wife refuses to keep the lights on at night because she doesn't want to see him having a good time, and Carson waits for a different ending and gets something far better.
The wife, she drives me nuts. She was afraid of the dark. She saw me now. She's afraid of the light. I tell you, that's all right. That's okay. I'll tell you.
In my opinion, this was the best roast of himself. Number 12, the microwave marriage.
My life, when she makes love to me, there's always a reason for it. One night she used me to time an egg. And I'll tell you something else, too. I don't like the nickname she gave me either. Microwave.
Rodney Dangerfield's love life runs about as warm and fast as a microwave dinner, already cold before it starts. And the bleakness of it makes Carson shake his head with a grin he can't suppress. Number 11, the Bartender Surprise.
Well, the other night I was in a place, I felt like having a few drinks. I went over to the bartender, I said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife.
Number 11 sends him to a bar where Rodney asks the bartender to surprise him, and the bartender produces a picture of his own wife. He tugs the tie, Carson smiles, and the studio knows exactly what that combination means. Number 10, the bank robber father. By May 30th of 1979, Rodney Dangerfield was a fixture on Carson's stage, and this set goes somewhere more personal than the others, digging into childhood with jokes that get dark very quickly. Number 10 opens with his father working at a bank, and what they caught him stealing was pens. Not money, not anything worth the risk, just pens. And that specificity is exactly why the audience howls, while Johnny Carson shakes his head laughing.
My old man, he was dumb too, my old man. He worked in a bank, they caught him stealing pens. You kidding? What a family.
I feel that this was again one of the most funny, savage roasts on the show. Number 9, the family photo.
I got no respect at all, you know? They always made me take the family picture, and that way I wouldn't be in it.
Growing up, the family always had Rodney take the pictures so he wouldn't appear in them, and Carson sits with that one a beat longer before the laugh pulls him under. Number 8, the zoo trip. Rodney Dangerfield's father kept taking him to the zoo, hoping Rodney's real parents would eventually come to claim him. And the Tonight Show host visibly cannot compose himself.
My old man, he didn't help either, kept taking me to the zoo. He said he was hoping my real parents would claim me. It's the same thing today. I don't get no respect from anyone.
According to me, the contrast between the casual delivery and what the line actually says is what Rodney did better than almost anyone. Number 7, the born announcement. I think this might be the darkest joke in the entire countdown. When Rodney was born, the doctor walked out to the waiting room and told his father, "I'm sorry, we did everything we could, but he still pulled through."
I mean, it's not easy being me. When I was born, the doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway.
Carson goes quiet for half a second, and then the whole studio falls apart. Now, coming towards the August 1st, 1979 episode, The Legendary Set. This is the one people who watched The Tonight Show still talk about. Carson, so caught up in Rodney's momentum, made the call to hold the commercial break on August 1st, 1979, just to see how long Dangerfield could keep going. And what followed became one of the most talked about stretches in the show's history. Number 6, the Bridge Club.
I mean, last week my wife, she signed me up for a bridge club. I jump off next Tuesday. I mean, last week was rough. Are you kidding? Last week I looked up my family tree, 2 dogs were using it.
Rodney Dangerfield's wife signed him up for a bridge club, and he announces he jumps next Tuesday, delivered so deadpan that Carson loses it before the sentence even finishes. Number 5, feeding rejection. Rodney says that his mother never fed him as a baby, and when he asked why, she told him she liked him as a friend.
I tell you, since I'm a kid, women always gave me a hard time. My mother never fed me. She told me she liked me as a friend.
The studio descends into chaos, and Carson can be seen trying to recover while the audience is still catching up to what Rodney just said. Number 4, the dog negotiation. His dog gives him trouble too. Rodney tried to arrange a mate for her, but she wanted 50 biscuits.
My dog, too, she gives me trouble.
Your dog?
I tried it. She wants 50 biscuits.
Rodney shrugs, and Johnny Carson is absolutely finished. In my opinion, this joke was truly hilarious and of the Rodney Dangerfield's best ever. And then comes number 3, the turning point. This was the moment that made this set legendary. Somewhere in the middle of the run, no commercial break in sight, Rodney turns to the other guest on the couch and asks, completely deadpan, "How are things with you?" Then turns back and keeps firing.
Age, I want 2 girls at once, you know. And if I fall asleep, they got each other to talk to. What's new with you?
I assume you're through.
Whatever you want to do,
We'll be back in a minute.
Carson stood up from behind his desk. Not a lean, not a grab of the armrest, but actually stood up mid-taping. And that reaction, captured on camera in front of a live studio audience, became the defining image of what Rodney Dangerfield could do to the most unflappable host in the business. Number 2, the lost kid on the beach.
My old man, he didn't help either. The time I was kidnapped, they sent back a piece of my finger. He said he wanted more proof.
Rodney Dangerfield goes back to childhood one more time on the episode of July 23rd, 1980. Lost on the beach as a kid, a cop found Rodney and helped search for his parents, and after a while, the cop turned to him and said, "I don't know, kid. There are a lot of places they could hide."
The time I was lost on the beach and a cop helped me look for my parents. I said to the cop, "You think we'll find them?" He said, "I don't know, kid, there's so many places they could hide."
Carson shakes his head in disbelief, and the joke lands because the one figure you'd expect to be sympathetic turns out to be just as indifferent as everyone else in Rodney's world. Number 1, the cab driver. Rodney flies in, grabs a cab outside the airport, and tells the driver to take him somewhere the action is. The driver takes him home.
No, I tell you, nothing goes right, you know. Well, yesterday was a beauty. I asked the cab driver, where can I get some action? He took me to my house.
Rodney tugs the tie, looks at the camera, and delivers the line that defined the run. "I get no respect." It was never just a catchphrase. It was the whole argument behind every joke he ever told on that stage. The portrait of a man who gives everything and gets nothing back, and somehow turns that into the funniest thing in the room. In my personal opinion, Rodney Dangerfield was the one comedian besides Don Rickles, who always made Johnny Carson, the most composed, most powerful gatekeeper in the history of late-night television, lose control and forget he was running the program. Carson's desk was the proving ground. Every comedian in America wanted to sit across from him, and very few of them ever made him genuinely lose control. Rodney Dangerfield didn't just make Carson laugh. He made Carson grip the desk, stand up from his chair, and hold the commercial break just to see what would happen next. Rodney spent his whole career insisting he got no respect, and Carson's reactions told a different story every single time.